lubricate. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. This is Monday. This is Memorial Day. I'm going live from the walk. I needed it this morning. I gotta get this mind right. All of us do. Where so much of us are trying to get minds right in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the energy, that life force making us better. And this morning, I wanted my brain to be happier. One more breath. All of a sudden, all the air just comes right out of my stomach. But yeah, here we are. Morning marijuana motivation. Another day, another dollar. No dollars make me want to holler. You know, I want to be happy. I want to be free. You know, I'm out here walking and people want to pull up. You're like, you could have gone anywhere. The time, your mind could have gone anywhere. And this morning, as I get inside my mind and start having this conversation, this morning the conversation goes like this. You know, inside of us, right? We have the ability to choose pleasure or happiness. And this morning's aha moment, if you're getting this message, is that pleasure is not happiness. And unfortunately, dopamine mimics what we really believe to be happy. And like I've been talking about this whole week, we actually have to pursue something with a passion for it to be our happiness. And that's why I'm having this conversation this morning. You know, the happiness conversation. Is it really going to make me happy? You know what I'm saying? Is it really going to make me do what I need to do in my life to make this brain work for me? You know, I can almost instantly feel it. You know, I can almost instantly feel it when people are in their world. You know, I can almost feel when I touch the fake world, the metaverse, you know, my body starts to almost reject it. It almost wants to say, this ain't making you happy. You're starting to get jealous. You're starting to get competitive. This isn't communication. You need to start talking to yourself. And I mean, this is what I do in the morning marijuana motivations. I talk to myself, or I just have a subject that I wanted to reach to the world. And so many of us think that pleasure is happiness. For the longest time, I got what I wanted. You know what I mean? I got exactly what I wanted. I got my ice creams, so I got the weight with it. You know, and as I haven't been eating sugar this whole week, this is my first week without sugar, you know, like in a long ass time. Let me smell some of this real quick. That smells beautiful. And for the longest time, you know, we just stopped, or I just stopped. Well, I got whatever I wanted, right? I didn't stop to discipline myself. You know, I wanted what I wanted, and when I got what I wanted, and you know, as I'm going through my head of things that I wanted, you know, this is what's sad about it. Holy shit, this thing just broke off. This whole tree branch right here is broken. Wonder if they'll come pick it up. Oh shit, plastic pocket challenge. Not enough. Gotta get the plastic. What the fuck? Gotta get the plastic. Nowhere near a trash can now. Wonder if I throw it in their backyards, would they pick it up? Here's some plastic from your backyard, bro. You're welcome. You know, you're welcome. All you gotta do is carry it till you find another trash can. Don't worry, I'll do the work. And that's what ends up happening. I end up doing the work. This morning, I'm having a conversation about it. But, you know, I threw a festival. It cost me a lot of time, money, heartache. And what I found out this morning was that I lost a friend. I'm like, no good deed goes unpunished, you know? These people have the sidewalk. I lost a homie. And unfortunately, I lost a bunch of homies, you know what I'm saying? Good morning. Morning. And that's the shitty part. Is like, here, I had a chance to connect with some people. One wanted to be my business partner, one demanded his logo on the flyer, and one wanted to sing. And all three are mad at me. All three are no longer talking to me, and only one before the event did I ever talk to. So I had a chance to have new friends, and ended up with miscommunications. And I suffer at this, you know? Jesus, how much trash can you pick up one hand? All of it. Pick it all up. If you can see it, I can pick it up. Go over here, find someone's trash can, throw it in, do another lap. Get my mind right. This is what we are talking about right now. I'm getting the mind right. You know, making it work for us instead of against us. And part of that has to do with, are you seeking pleasure or are you seeking happiness? And man, it bugs me that people think that there's more happy being away from me than being with me. And part of me, in my own reality, let me go around these people. They're starting their cars up. I don't want to be loud. Part of me is, that's disappointment, you know? Who doesn't want to be liked? Who doesn't want to communicate with everyone and have everything become very successful? And unfortunately, my attitude is always push people away. I've had the ability to magnetize and repel at the same motherfucking time. And anytime people get close to me, I kind of act wild out, so they will disappear on me. And I know this isn't about pleasure and happiness, but just something that needs to be said in the block culture. You know, the swipe right culture is that no one learns. Another car revving up. No one learns. You know, with the block system, there's no level up there. There's no education there. It's just stonewalling. Same with the abortion. You know, you don't want the responsibility. You want to break out the relationship. We still haven't got to the heart of the issue. You know, how we communicate, how we handle tough subjects, how we handle tough events in our lives. You know, that's where you're going to want your mind to be right. You know, it's just, I look at a lot of missed opportunities, like, where was my mind at that time? You know, truth be told, most of my mind was on pleasure. It's like, I want what I want, you know? I don't care how you feel. I only care how I feel. And that altruistic, you know, it's about everyone caring, you know? It bleeds. My heart bleeds, dude. There's some photos from last year, and got some flashes, and things change so fast, and life, I stare at it much like you do, you know, staring at other people's lives. And the point was not to watch someone else live, but for me to live my life. And I encourage people, and hear me now, I think her name's Meg, but I watch a lot of self-help books, and she does the NASA countdown. She is literally launching herself out of her bed in the morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, launch. We have liftoff. Houston, we have liftoff. And we don't lift ourselves off, you know? Like, the only way we can lift off is get some pleasure. And what's weird is the pleasure stays in the weed, video games, masturbation. And as I learned about dopamine and our receptors, it was huge to see how much of my, these are cedars, huge to see how much of my energy I gave away. I mean, sure, I can get my masturbation on and get the dopamine that I want, but the lull after. Sure, I can get my fast food and the cravings that I want, but the lull after. Same with the drugs. There's a lull after. And as much as us want to paint the picture of, no, man, I'm getting what I want, man, I'm happy as fuck. You sure aren't. You sure aren't. You're fake happy. I'm starting to call it out. That's fake happy. I've been there. With cocaine up my nose and strangers in my bed and friends that weren't really friends. You know, like, been there, done that, dude. And not happy. You know, there's something to be said where you can generate your own happiness, where you don't need it from an external source. You know, it's intrinsic. There's something for us to say, hey, you know, I want that shine. I want that rise. Look at that Sunrise Lake. Let's do some sunrise, bro. Let's do the rise part with the sun. Getting up with the regular rhythm. Taking on these days like they won't ever last, because they won't. We got to rise like the sun. We got to find it in us to say, you know, I want real happy. That's where my journey started. Saint's Addiction was addicted, but no saintly. And I was going to the career. Never forget, I was 235 pounds. I was getting fat, unhappy, but I had money in the bank, right? You know, I had 10 grand in the bank, saving $300 a month, making 100 grand a year. Had the condo career, and it didn't work. Like, it needs to be said, this isn't what real happiness was. That was survival. You know, that was a job. It wasn't my career. It wasn't my passion. You know, did I love the people I worked with? Hell yeah. Do they still love me? Kind of not. You know, once you don't work there no more, even those feelings of team go away. I saw one friend that I used to work with the other day. It was cordial, but it wasn't love. You know, I felt some love, like they were showing me love, but not love, you know? They're just coworkers. And I would have stayed there for some non-love for the rest of my career. I would have stayed there for the next 10 years. And in that 10 years, I end up traveling the world. I end up speaking multiple languages and expanding my whole network. But if we hold true, just because it's the same old, we're going to get the same old. And that's why I'm having this conversation this morning. It was just like, those pleasures are just the same old. You know, same way you masturbate is the same effects you get every time. But that's what we're doing. Extra lonely, you know? Not being able to communicate with ourselves and others, and now we're stuck on the phone watching other people's lives instead of launching our own lives. We have the ability to launch. Oh, it smells so good on this pitch. That's something you can't replace. I mean, I can't even unzip that and hit it, you know? I mean, it'd be like weed or something. Just that fresh desert smell on grass, the moisture. I can smell it. And my allergies in between in the cotton mouth, but yeah, I can smell it. It's nice. Let's do this. All right, so it's been a minute. It's my arch nemesis. Just joking. The monkey bars. Every kid knows, or every adult should know. Now that I don't have so much shoulder pain. Fuck, I blew out my shoulder. Bitch was hurting me. But this is all about stretching it. Stretching what our comfortability levels are, you know. Yeah, so good. Let the endorphins out of your body. Squeeze the stress. It kind of sticks there in the ribs, you know, and in the joints. When we're stressed, we hold it. We say that we're fine, and we're not. It wasn't fine. Sometimes I'm not fine, you know. Sometimes the morning is tough. Get a lot of regret. Like I said, you get in the morning, you find out like someone you respect and like and used to be friends with and was helping you run a festival is no longer your friend. Just like that. Block. No more connection. No more friendship. No more understanding. No more communication. Just cut it all off. And I've burnt relationships. I've opened relationships. I've set fire to relationships. I wish I was better at it. You know, I think we all wish we were better at communicating and talking to each other. I think that's universal. Universal communication. Let's go. Let's go. universal communication, oh yeah. It's good. It's just exercising the demons, you know? If I'm not winning the battle in my head, might as well win the battle in the gym, you know? Get that from within. I almost have to put down all the pleasures, dude. Like, it's just not making me happy. Welcome to Saints Addiction. If you really want true happiness, you gotta give up those pleasures. They're not really making you happy. They're confusing us with real dopamine, with real relationships, with real communication. It's a facade. It's fake communication, man. Call your fucking friends, man. Meet with them. Make new ones. Go to events. Get out of the fucking house. Get out of your patterns. This thing slowly kill us, and they don't mind as long as you stay on the wheel. As long as you keep producing and disappearing, they don't mind. Yes. And that's what we're doing anyway, right? We're disappearing in our minds. We'll go somewhere inside of our head and say, hey, yeah, run to that pleasure. Run to that feeling, and it's going to suffice you. And I'm like, it just doesn't work. It's not working enough. You know, happy doesn't. And we do that all the time. We live in a world where you get what you want. You don't want tomatoes? No tomatoes. You don't want hate? Stop hating. You know, I mean, something about it, it just, I don't think I'll ever get it. I think there's something inside my mind where I'm wired to see things differently, or I wired myself to see things differently. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know the difference between you, calm, and full of anxiety, you know? I'm sure you felt pain and wanted love. Like, these things are natural for all of us. You know, the ability to say, hey, I want to choose. I want to choose, so I have a chance at choice. Choose, chance, choice. Choose change. You know? Choose change, man. You owe it to yourself. You've already been doing what you wanted this whole time. Pleasure and all. And with a little bit of discipline, now all of a sudden, you're a goddamn rocket ship. Now all of a sudden, the things that you held down, the 2 hours on the telephone in the morning, on the social media, it's not even a telephone, smartphone. Get this out. That's what's up. And that's what we do. We keep to our pleasures. We keep to ourselves. We meet nobody new. If I was to give you $100 for being new, so cute, would you? Every time you met someone new, someone gave you $100, would you? And that's what it is. Morning. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Them both open. That's smart. Yep. That's so cool. And that's where we at. You know, when you have full happiness, you're not clocking in what other people have or what other people are doing. Now it only matters how you are doing, not how you feel. Your feelings get you all fucked up. That'll have you doing all sorts of stupid shit. I want to know how you're feeling, you know? It's so important to be inside yourself and go, you know, I feel a certain type of way, but it's even better to go, I choose to feel a certain type of way. And that's what I'm giving people, is the ability for choice, you know, giving themselves the ability to choose. And it's so imperative. Like we we are making the choices. That's the point that I keep trying to see. We're making choices left, right, and straight, and I just wanted to be on the good side of choice. I wanted to be on the good side of miscommunication and find some understanding instead of some blocking or some regretting or some hatred or some arguments. I've been on both ends, you know. I wish it was just saintly for me. I wish all I had to do was just, you know, touch him, talk to him, and everything would be all right. But it doesn't work that way. Instead, I got to work at it. Like a job, like a relationship. I got to put in work. And it isn't going to get done for me. Nobody's going to come in and handle my childhood issues. Nobody else is going to come in and be my psychologist. We got to be your own psychologist. Really, over here at Saints Addiction, you're going to have to find the way to stop suffering. You're going to find the way to find some healing. And that's what I do with this show. It's like, okay, the pleasure wasn't healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seeked it everywhere. True, I got the cocaine. True, it went up my nose. True, I got the buzz. You know, sex with somebody during the same time. Alcohol, all combined. I loaded myself up with dopamine. I put as much as I could humanly put up my nose and in my brain. And it still didn't make me happy. And I was quickly, tears coming out my eyes, I was quickly figuring it out. I figured it out, dude. I was like, this isn't making me happy. You know, every weekend grabbing 2 8-balls, selling the other one so I could keep mine for free. Now I got coke on me in company cars, not giving a fuck. You know, I mean, you wonder how it happens. You know, why is no one paying attention? But that's what we do. We ain't paying attention. We're only paying attention to pleasure. We're like, yo, as long as it makes me feel a certain type of way, then I'm straight. That's all I care. Keep me feeling this certain type of way. And that's what we do with our emotions. We're like, yo, keep me feeling this certain type of way. Look at this. Oh, shit. Rollerblades. That's fucking dope. That's real life. Hockey playing. Real happiness. You think they're thinking about what's wrong in their lives? You think they're arguing about pettiness? No, they're living in the moment. They're living their blessed lives. And, you know, even when something unblessed happens to us doesn't mean we're not blessed. That's something also I had to realize, you know. That's what happens with our happiness. When your pleasure, it can be taken from you. Plastic bucket challenge. Pleasure can be taken from you. Grab the penny. Pleasure is always a little bit like a bad girlfriend, you know. She'll leave you. She doesn't care how you feel when you're left. She's gone. And once pleasure's gone, it's like the alcohol. Where the white women at? You know, like, where did it all happen? Where did it all go? And now we know. Get that on my nose. And that's what I wanted people to do. Give them chest cells a chance to breathe. You know, this is reprieve. To be out here and can feel like the weather underneath my stomach. Like this skinnier version of me. You know, your boy saying, I can see my abs, I can see my sides. I can see myself stopping self-harm. You know, nobody was gonna slap the ice cream out of my hands. You know, I can do what I want. Got a business card an hour. Business card an hour, I got you. Eduardo Lorenza, got you, bro. Professional painting services. Business cards an hour, I got you, bro. See, shout out. That's how marketing works. But I wanted it to work in my life. And I put a lot of effort into making something work. And when it doesn't work, it's very disappointing. You know, I'm not going to lie. That's probably the biggest deterrent. It's just that you don't want to be embarrassed. You know, 95% of it will get done if we tell people that we're going to get it done. If you open up your mouth and your heart and you make a declaration, you say, yo, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to do this with my life. I'm going to do this because I don't like the way this is happening. But you got exactly what you wanted, sure. But I don't like the way it's making me feel. And I want to make myself feel something different. I want to feel love. I want to feel understanding. I want to feel friendship. And those things right there, cost nothing. Yet no one goes after those things. Those are the hard parts. Day one's first, my guy. Thanks for watching. Hardest working man on the planet right here. 4 kids, wife, working on a Memorial Day. What you know about that? And that's what sacrifice looks like. Can you spell sacrifice? Like Cat Williams talks about? Can you sacrifice your pleasures to get some real happiness? That's what I had to do. You're looking at the man that did it, dude. The man, the myth, the legend said, I'm going to quit my 6-figure job, pack up everything, and travel the world. A lot of people say that. I'm just gonna pack it all up and go. Pack it all up and go, dude. It ain't working. Pack up shop. Shut them down, open up shop. Find a shop that you can open up inside yourself that literally pumps out happiness. Where you keep coming to the well every morning and you're doing that thing that makes you happy. Not the thing that just gives you pleasure. That's not it. And we confusing, man, I caught mouth. And we're confusing happiness with pleasure. That pleasure is like the devil. It's that short happy that always bugged me, you know? It's the fleeting happy. It's the thing that can leave me, you know? Sure, you're here now, but now you're gone. Where'd that energy go? You know, people say keep that same energy. Where'd that energy go? What'd you do with it? You just gave it away to somebody else. You just gave it away to some other pleasure. You said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Instead, let me build something that'll give me true happiness. I got to stay on this treadmill and process fake happy, just fake pleasures. And it suffices us because, yeah, man, I get to go watch Top Gun. Been waiting for this movie to come out. No, you just paid fucking, what's his face? What's his face for another 30 years? You know, Tom Cruise is getting paid for everybody else going on memorials and fantasies as a motorcycle goes by. He's not 20 anymore. There's no more hot girl summer, shirt off, volleyball. That was in the 80s. This is the 2020s. That's 40 years ago, man. And yet, that's us, man. How many of us are keeping 40-year-old traditions? How many of us are like, yeah, but that's my spot. You can't stop me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make me feel happy. Instead of, I'm going to do whatever it takes to actually be happy. Not feel happy, be happy. And that's what I want people to do, is actually be happy, dude. And to do that, you're going to have to give up some things. You have to give up some sugars. You know? I had to give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Whoa. Live it up. Live it up. Whoa. Whoa. Woo. Woo. There it is. You know, the truth. The truth shall set you free. You know, maybe those weren't friends of mine. Maybe that relationship was just platonic. It wasn't like we were kicking it before. Like I said, 2 of those people I just didn't even know before. And now all of a sudden, I'm the pariah. You know, I'm the one everybody wants away from. So it's about time I get away from everyone else. It's about that time that I keep doing the things that make me live and challenge my life. And I accept the challenge, you know? I accept the sacrifice. You know, plastic pocket challenge. Challenge accepted, you know? Challenge accepted. I see you, plastic. It sees me too. It sees me changing. It sees me not just walking past it, pretending I didn't see no trash. No, dude, you see it? How'd you miss the big red fucking straw? How'd you miss this whole lint roller? How did you miss it? Because we weren't looking. We weren't looking for the real thing, dude. We were looking for the external thing. Look at everybody else. They're doing it. They look so happy. They got a whole bucket of beers. They're dancing their asses off. Smiling. Ear to ear, baby. And then the show's over. Now the sound's off, the light's off, and you're just in a building with a bunch of strangers, only talking to the people that you came with, and possibly met some other new people, but it's back to the same pattern. I can't tell you how many people I saw doing that. I can't tell you how many people I saw just gathered around the speakers, $20 beer night, smile, we're together, 2-3 hours back at home. Might as well have been a long movie, you know? And instead of leaving their city, and instead of traveling, instead of boldly going somewhere to hear their own heartbeat or exercise, you know? Not that you're going to want to exercise on a Saturday night all the time, you know, it's not always the thing, but, you know, love my drum circles. I love being outside, man. I love being able to be in the freshness of life and say, yo, I'm not in a club. All these fancy lights, there's no room, there's no space, personal space. Everything's marked up tremendously. It's making me feel extremely insecure. The girls there, they get in for free. They get the free drinks. They got challenges. How hot am I? Well, shit, I'm gonna go into this club with no money, and I'm gonna see how many drinks I can get somebody to buy me. Like, that's actually a thing. Instead of being of service to say, yo, I'm gonna see if there's a real man out there that wants to be a father, wants to be a husband. No, we out here playing each other. I want to see if he's got dolo. I want that 666, 6 figures, 6 feet, over 6-inch penis. Please give me what I want. What I want, not what I'm willing to give, not what I'm willing to earn. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to bend over and pick up the plastic, but it has to get done. That's why we do this show. It's got to get done. You got to get up and launch your life. And not in the same way you've been launching it. You're going to have to find some new fuel, a new launching area, and give yourself a chance to not repeat the same habits. Give yourself a chance to introduce yourself to the new you that dropped a few things. You know, it's always, oh, wow, look at her weight loss. But it's never slap, cupcake out of mouth. You know, like if somebody were to slap the cigarette out your mouth, the cupcake out your mouth, the lies out your mouth, you would be mad. You'd be like, how dare you? I'm so used to lying. You know, how dare you tell the truth? How dare you show me the real way? But that's what's happening, because it's over. I mean, even if it's the most perfect movie, you about got an hour to 3 hours and it's done. Even if it's the most perfect TV series, Friends episodes end. You know, like The Simpsons will end one day. And for most people, like, what? No fucking way. And I'm like, yeah, way, bro. Everything has its growth and latency period. You know, there'll be moments that you will be shot out of the cannon, and there'll be moments that you'll be thrown down the well, my friends. And that's where I came up with Saints Addiction, that dichotomy, you know, that I could be so blessed and yet so stressed. I just had to do something about it. And this is what I do. Do push-ups, do pull-ups, push the world down, whatever you want to say. Pull-ups, push-ups, whatever. I do it all to get my mind right. Whew. Now, I get heart pains. I don't know how long I get to live, you know. My grandpa died at 52. I'm 42. 10 years. I got 10 years to build a family, build a successful business, find out what makes me tick. I'll gladly do it. Instead of a countdown, it's a count up. To account for my time. Hey, this ain't always here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't always here. This time that we have, not always here. It's an illusion. We think that we're going to wake up tomorrow. We read on the news every day, some celebrity. Either every day I wake up, a celebrity is dead, a hot actress is showing off her thong bikini, and some other shooting is happening. It's every day. And that's a shame. It's a fucking shame. Whew. And I wanted to end it in the shame, in the stigma. Talk about it, you know? Because everyone else, they don't know what they're talking about. They're still under the influence. It's kind of hard to listen to a friend when they're handing you a shot in the end. You know, like, they might say something very intellectual, but it's about to be forgotten under the alcohol and misinterpreted through the poison. And that's what ends up happening. Well, we're misinterpreting ourselves. We're not seeing that we're choosing certain things. We're not seeing that we're choosing what we want instead of what we need. And unfortunately, that's the crutch of this new human experience. Now that we're all out here, the new experience is, you know, how are we to redo the Saints Anarchy, to flip our society, to not chase earthly pleasures, right? But to chase earthly purposes. And, you know, that's going to be hard for people, you know, having purpose over pleasure. You know, they're going to fight us for it. I know I would. This thing makes me happy. How dare you? You know, how dare you? You know, take my dog away from me. Dude, you're babysitting your dog. It's an animal. You're not traveling because you have 7 animals. You're living your life for an animal. Instead of your animal being your rescue dog or helping you get healthy, you're living your life for a pet. And I love it when I see people walk out here. Their pets are keeping them healthy. You know, their pet's got to poop. But so do you. You got to poop. You got to love. You got to live. And that's what ends up happening is all of us, like, we choose something in the end, right? We're going to be like, yeah, I'm a pleasure junkie. I got Saints addiction. I just need what I want when I want you, you know? And there that ego go. Feels so good. Feels so powerful. Feels so smooth. And then getting what I wanted didn't feel so powerful. You know, like I thought, yeah, man, let me go out every weekend. Let me get to these events, you know? This is what's gonna drive me. I'll go to every lightning in a bottle festival. I'll be a festival hoe. I'll just go from festival to festival, and that's gonna bring me happiness. I'm free, I'm outside, I'm with these people, they're all strange. That should work. And then it didn't work, right? Like, it works a little bit, but, you know, chasing it ain't gonna get me there. You know, going to other places, like traveling, you know, I'm still me. I'm still in my head. I'm still the guy that can find sugar or weed or masturbation, time to masturbate, anything that I want, I could find, except for my happiness, except for a friend, except for love, right? We went to the shelf and said, hey, let me just grab the Snickers. It's a bright color package. It's right at my eye level, right at the eye level of children. And that's what we chose. We chose to get pleasure. We're a pleasure society, pleasure seeking, more steaks, more meat, more hamburgers, more cheese. And we get what we want. We get obesity, you know? We get loneliness. We get separation. We got 5G. Not any more connected than we were before. The only people most people talk to are the people that they know. Their circle of influence is small. They're not opening their world. They're not opening their minds to the possibility of a new way of thinking, you know, and just the straight discipline of it, you know. The chick said the snooze alarm is the alarm, you know, like that's the alarm that's telling you to get the fuck up, you know, but we want to ignore it. We want to hit the snooze. There's pain. I don't want to get up. That's a scary position. That's where this all started. This is how my show started, straight up. I'm gonna tell the truth. I was so depressed that I didn't even get out. I said to myself, I said, self, you know, you talk to yourself. I was like, damn, dude, if there was a fire I won't even run out of the house to save myself. Like I was just so apathetic and so numb. Now I'm the frog at the bottom of the boiling. But if it's not, they'll sit there and cook themselves. They'll literally sit there till they become boiled, die, and float to the top. And that's what I felt like. I felt like the frog, that I was willing to go all the way and float to the top. And that's what most of us are doing. We're just waiting to die. You know, we're just trying to stay as happy and pleasureful till the death day. And that's not what is supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen that way. It's supposed to be happy every day. And everyone's like, well, I don't have enough money to be happy. You're already finding ways to make yourself unhappy. Money is a great way to make it unhappy. It's a great way to lose friends. Lend some money to some friend, watch you lose a friend, right? Lend yourself to the idea that money isn't happy. Now you're getting the Saints anarchy. I'll take happy over money all day. People are like, what? Give me that money. I'm a money hound. Is that what he said? Yeah. I'm a money hound. Yeah, well, I'm sure you are. And I'm a travel addict. I'm the type of person that's got to go. You know, when I need to go, I got to go. And I got to hit it hard real quick. And launch myself away from things that are grabbing at me. You know, the coffee's whispering for you to sit right back there with the same cup. It's like, come back here. I'll keep you comfortable. Little whispers in your ear. I'll keep you sedentary, docile. I don't want you to have that passion. No. I don't want you to be fired up, ignited. No. I need you to just sit there and talk and play and tap and scroll. You know, I don't need you to actually do real push-ups or clean up your house or clean up your life. No. I just need your Facebook page to look clean. I just need to know the most filtered fucking pics that you perceive to be what you need it to be. And then we're there, you know? Then we are exactly where we need to be. Where we're on I'm not just some hedonist fiend that just gets what they want, you know? All the sexual positions, all the different external stuff, the drugs that can rock and roll, baby, you know? And for those that know that it's never enough. They know, you know, that's the weird part, you know, like rich people won't tell the secret. And I've heard a few people say it, but it ain't gonna make you happy. So the first thing we do is seek money instead of happy. We'll wake up and go, what's my bank account like? Ooh, let me go get that coffee. So now you're in the trap. You're buying expensive coffees instead of buying your time. You know, they're buying your time. Employers, they're literally buying your time, you know, and you're willing to sacrifice it so you can have a few things, you know. But Mark, clothing and shelter, totally get it, bro. I'm about to build my own house. Homesmall.com. If you want one, holler, you know. And not small homes, home small. And that's what we need. I don't need much. If I live in this big ass house, bro, I'd only stay like that room, go to the kitchen, come back. Never go to the garage, never go to the backyard. People even imprison themselves inside of their prisons. You know, they're a prisoner of their habits and patterns. I know you know what I'm talking about. And they're also a prisoner in their own minds, right? You go up here and you're just like, prisoner in my own mind. I don't need nothing else. This is what it is. And we put the limits. We set the pattern. And most of it subtly, you know, because it becomes so slick, right? You know, it becomes so slick that we don't even see it. It's like a sleight of hand. It's like just super fast. You're like, what just happened? You know, if you want to watch all my Prince videos, the arm moves so fast, it looks like a magic trick, you know? And that's what we do. It makes it so fast. Ooh, let me go grab that coffee. Let me go grab that cookie. Let me go meet that chick for some sex. It happens so fast. Now you were like, what happened to your plans today? I don't know. went to go get laid. I remember distinctly shutting down the shop. Everybody was working in harmony, all 4 employees, and it was 2:00. And my girl came by and said, "Yo, I'm gonna fuck your brains out." And I said, "Yes." I kicked everybody out. She came, she fucked my brains out. Then she left. Like 15 minutes later, she had shit to do. Then I was in the middle of my workday with no crew. I had no employees, nobody working, just me at the shop about 3, 4 o'clock, my dick wet and limp. And I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get another ice cream? Gonna get some more sex? Like, you can't keep going back to the well that's sinking you. And it's so imperative that we talk to ourselves and break habits and find real happy, because if it's not, we already know. Where's it at? There we go. That we already know our results. You know, and if you're watching this channel, it means you want different results. Not that it exactly has to be a 6-pack ab, 6 feet, bigger than a 6-inch cock. But how about, you know, having some sort of semblance in life where you aren't sketching people, where you don't make people feel insecure because you're not insecure, where you don't do awkward shit no more because you don't have anything awkward to do. That's the plan. That's what we do. You know, we give ourselves a chance to be alive, you know, really alive, and not no fake ass life. Not in this, oh yeah, dude, I want everybody to think that I'm alive. Look, I'm really happy in this photo. Don't we look cute lighting in a bottle? Don't we look cute EDC? Like, a lot of these lies have a truth, you know? You going home to an emptiness? Oh, that's so nice with the wind and the chimes. Are you really going home to happiness? You know? Are you going home to a house full of love? Are your pets running up to you? Your loved ones running up to you? Everyone's safe? You're happy they're alive and in your life? Probably not. Probably the only person happy is you a second ago in your photo. And now your face isn't happy because you're staring down at your phone and you're pumping it in, you know, pumping in the right quote or the perfect words with the perfect picture because my life's so perfect. Perfectly imperfect, homie. Perfectly imperfect. We are all perfectly, as I burp, and a motorcycle goes by. Empty stomach. Because I'm not perfect. There it is. You know? I want to pretend that I have my shit together. That'd be a lie. I want to have my shit together. Ooh, that'd be the truth. But to get it to become true, that's the challenge. Well, easier said than done, said everyone, you know? We always like to say, oh yeah, that's the way I want it to be. But it's not the way that we make it. And as long as we make it a certain way, then that's the way it's gonna be. And that's the choice of it. The choice of choosing happiness or pleasure. That pleasure's a liar. You know, it's got us feeling like it works. When it doesn't. The thing that works, our minds. That would be nice. Working the mind. Alright, so let's work this mind. Got 10 minutes to shine. I'm gonna do the other show. Roll this blunt. Get ready to go. And talk to people. I'm gonna talk to people this morning about solutions that they found in their life to make their mind work for them. It's probably the most important part. Making our minds work for us. Let's get the phone. Let's get this. Let's get that. All right, let's get this show on the road. Boom, baby, boom. All right. Join Weed Club. Join Weed Club. Whew. Let's get it. Join Weed Club. Whew, LBOG baby, join Weed Club. I'll let people call in. I'm gonna get on this Instagram so people can call in. Let's do it. Saints Addiction on Instagram. You know, Saints Addiction on Instagram. You know, let's do it. Thank you. If you're not already following, get your ass on the page. You know, this is some pop-up shit, huh? Let me see. Saints Addiction. Let's get it. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Go live. We're gonna get this live going. Should do it on Facebook Live. I don't feel like that many people watch it. Should live here or there. $26 active now. How about the other one? What about my personal page? 25 followers. We want someone to call in. We want somebody to follow the page and call in so we can talk about deeper subjects. What was the other thing I was doing? 25. Wait for it. I was just thinking out loud. It was if I go live, how many people? So that one was 25. This one's 58. Let's hit it. Yes. Yes, bless. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. Morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marquis Saint. Every morning I get up and blessed to live my life, and so are you. We are going live off 95 here, going on the YouTube. If you haven't been following, this morning we were talking about pleasure is not happiness, and a lot of people confuse the two. We're going to talk about what's different about pleasure and happiness in our brains, and then see how many things that we used to chase because it gave us pleasure. It gave us the idea to show up and spend our money and spend our time, but quickly left us like a bad girlfriend in time. No? Anyone? Just me? Okay, cool. So it's just me making my life a reality, you know, putting my mind to work, telling it what to think instead of it choosing my emotions and making me feel a certain way, choosing destinations unknown, taking tragedy and turning it into triumph, you know, on a regular basis, putting myself in the driver's seat to set myself up for success. I mean, how many other people are doing that? How many other of us are doing the things that we want instead of being successful? I know it was me. I knew it was me because I would always do that. I felt that success was getting what you wanted. You know, when I listened to Tony Robbins, he said doing what you want with who you want for as long as you want. That was it. I was like, oh shit, that sounds like complete pleasure overload. You know, I'm eating what I want. I always have the same 5 things. If you had your good food, good music, good sex, good weed, and good friends, you wouldn't be nowhere. You wouldn't have no hate. It's impossible to be angry with those things, you know? And unfortunately, we think we need all of them. I could just sit and be happy, you know? Or I could walk and be happy, or I could talk and be happy. You know, the happiness isn't as expensive as we make it. You know, I'm all about the free fun, and I'm always telling people about the fun that's on the other side. People always ask, like, Mark, how do you travel? Friends, motherfucker, you can travel too. Get on Couchsurfer. You're as old as you feel, by the way. You're only as old as you feel. Get on Couchsurfer and go sleep on someone's couch somewhere else. Actually, do something better. Be of service. Let someone else sleep on your couch. My best friend Hamilton's with a girl from Poland. They're traveling the Amazon, and they can stay anywhere that they want because she's gifted or allowed or been of service so much so that she's let 500 people stay at her house. 500 people to stay at your house. Imagine being so benevolent. Can you imagine being the type of person where you actually put that much energy into something? You know, I'm just saying, but like, look how much that's going to repay her back. 500, there's only 236 countries in the world. She's literally doubled how many countries there are in the world. So I literally will argue that no matter where she goes in the world, she could go to Timbuktu, she can go to Ethiopia, she can go to all these places. And somebody wanted to see the weed. She can go to all these places, right? And everywhere she goes in the world, she's got service because she was of service. You know, me and my homies, he's not going to even be at his house in Mallorca on the island. He's leaving me the keys to the car, the pool, the house. I'm basically house swapping, except for I'm not swapping houses. I'm just waiting for him to get back. But like, what a chill experience. You know how many cool fucking houses are out there with an empty couch waiting for your ass to be brave enough, strong enough to break up your habits and choose something different? No, just me? Okay. Well, I'll be the only one quitting my job. I'll be the only one selling the condo. I'll be the only one grabbing the passport. I'll be the only one just switching up my life, you know, constantly trying to be able to improve this thing. And, you know, again, I might not always do right by people. You know, I'm out here trying my best to do right by people. And even then, it might not work. Even then, somebody still might be salty, hateful, and talk some shit. That's okay. That's okay. You know, someone's always going to misunderstand, dude. You know, while you're going to Burger King, someone's going to Wendy's. There's choice out there. There's different ways to skin a cat, man. And I'm about finding all the ways. I'm about finding the way to happiness, the way to real happiness, and not none of this fake happy where it's all gone now, you know, or all of a sudden it's disappeared. And that's what I end up fearing, you know, the disappearing, you know, the thing that I relied on, my addiction, to make me happy and to improve my life, or what I thought improved it, was being a detriment to me. That I went all the way to Mexico and had all my drugs and alcohol, and I ended up getting drugged. You know, what's up, B? I see you, girl. I got your hat in my car, so whenever you're around, or maybe next full moon drum circle, it's in the glove box. Your gray hat, I got you. Your little beret. She wore a raspberry beret. So funny. She wore a gray beret, technically, Your Honor. Anyway, so the health of it, you know, where we were really inside of ourselves and said, "Oh shit, man," you know, it gave me the feeling, but it wasn't healthy, you know. That's a tough one for our minds, is going like, okay, this thing is feeling good, but it's destroying me. You know, how many times have you done something that felt good, but wasn't the end result that you wanted? That's why I'm doing this show. I don't know if B's got the balls to go on live this morning. She's a mother of two, awesome woman here. I want to know if she's ever knows the difference between pleasure and happiness, and how each one of us is seeking something. Oh shit, Momin, my boy's all the way in Egypt. He's watching the Morning Marijuana Motivation. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to catch up with his ass. I have to say try, because I don't know if he's gonna be there, you know, when I'm flying around. But I would love to fly into Egypt, bro. I would love to fly into Egypt and do something with my bad self. I said I always save Africa from when I was 50, and now I'm 42, so I guess I better get on the case, huh? And that's what I want people to do, is get on their mental case. Get inside their heads and say, spark it up, homie. I'm gonna blaze up right now. Bless up. You know, do you want to get on the show? Would you like to call in? That's why we've been doing the show lately and going live on Instagram. Already gone live for an hour here on YouTube. I don't know if you've already subscribed to the channel, but it's important, man. It's important to have some discipline. It's important. You can't wake up and eat ice cream for breakfast. Can't. I'll do whatever I want, and then you'll have whatever you want. You'll have the heartache later. You'll have the heart attack later. Helen, what's up, bro? I see you all the way out in Brazil. My homie's from Brazil watching right now. You're gonna get what you really, really want, and each one has like a hidden package with it. You know, like that ice cream has a hidden calorie count with it. You know, it's like, ooh, I want a Mexican pizza. It's like 750 calories. It's almost like half your calories for the day in one Mexican pizza. But I want it. We'll have FOMO, fear of missing out. And instead of being happy with what we have and where we're at with ourselves, give me that energy. Give me that energy. Let's bless up. Instead of being happy with what we have, we start getting jealous of what we don't. And then now we're on petty city. Now that's really not going to make you happy, because you're always going to chase it. Instead of being happy with what you got, the breath in your lungs, the fight, the thoughts, all of that, no, you're going to be like, yo, let me go get that from you. Let me go give up my power, the thing that makes me the most powerful, our thoughts, our ingenuity, our fight. Now we just gave it up. We gave it up to Burger King. And if you can look at the corporations, go look at the Yum Yum brands, see how much money they're making And not just money, how many people they're reaching, how much pollution they're putting in it. You know, I'm looking at the plastic right now. Every time I eat at Panda Express or anywhere, I come back and it's like plastic fork, plastic styrofoam, and plastic bag it came in. The price is coming with the price. And nobody wants to see the price. No one wants to see the price. They just want what they want. I'll just buy the Ferrari, you know? Fuck my financial future. I'm an NBA player. You know, I just want to be Fujisaki. Thanks for watching, Chris. You know, I'm an NBA player. I just give me that cash. And sure, they'll give you all the cash, but half of this goes to taxes. And they'll let you even ring up a bill so that way when it's time to pay, they'll be like, yo, where's that 300K? And you're going to be like, ooh, 300K. Yeah, see, I went pleasure with that. I went and got my chain. I went and tore it out the frame, got the car, got the whip, did the things, and now I have nothing. No, nothing. Look at it. Look at it for reals. Look at people when they're out there in real life. Real people like Tyson, you know, lost his house to 50 Cent. That was his house. He built the mega mansion. Your boy Evander Holyfield, a bigger mansion. I think his was a $50 million mansion. He doesn't even have it. Chris, do you have the balls to call in today? What's up, bro? Let's bust up together. Do you have any thing that you would like to say, the difference between pleasure and happiness? The actual difference between what we want and what we need, and the identity to chase it, the ability to be like, no, this is exactly what I want when I want it. Sorry, there's people that pulled up right outside here, right by my parking spot. Apparently they don't know how to park. They only know how to be, there they go. Go ahead, park. That's what that's for. So my point is that, you know, stop being so insistent. Stop being so demanding. Stop being so wanting. You know, you have enough. I'm the only American out here saying it. I literally go to countries where they have nothing. They had nothing in Thailand. I kept walking. The path is really skinny. But to the right are all the Gila monsters and lotus branches and plastic. A lot of plastic. You go to the Chao Phraya River in Bangkok, it's just plastic, plastic, plastic. But while I walked past this to my condo, my fully furnished condo, and I walked past people happier than me. I'm being real right now. They were all happier than me. I'm like, you guys got nothing. You're living with like little slats, like the mosquitoes must be coming up from the water. You know, give me that energy. Give me that energy. Come on. That's when I realized I was doing it wrong. There's not enough money in the world to make you happy. People with all the money in the world aren't happy. They're still competing with each other. It's an unfulfilled prophecy. I'm the richest man in the world. You are already the richest man in the world. Chris, I know you're the richest man in the world. I already know it. You know what I mean? Like, wow. To realize I create happiness. To realize that my power is in my children. To realize the power is in my thoughts. It's not external. It's it's intrinsic. It's not external. This is something that we do inside, but we just want to let me live blind. Let me just get what I feel. I want to feel. And that's what we do. I feel like, you know, I feel like all the time, you know. No, you're making yourself feel like. You're choosing what you feel like. You're literally making yourself the way that you are. Welcome to your personality. And your mood becomes your personality. So now if you stay moody, now you have a moody personality. If you don't identify quickly what you're choosing, then you're stuck in it. Forever behind a blind man's lens that can't see his behavior, can't see his accountability, can't see his own destruction. That's what we do. We can't see our own destruction. We can't see that the ice cream is going to give us a heart attack later. No, I just want what I want right now. Hell, I might get 2 scoops. I'm that kind of person. I'm that kind of person that traces pleasure like a dog. That's why I called it Saints Addiction. You know, I was just chasing it. I'm like, yo, man, it's going to be perfect. We got these hoes. We got these shots. We got this coke. And we're going to go do this. hose, coke hose and shots. You know, like everybody I know in Vegas would be like high-fiving me for that. But you won't high-five me for the STD. You won't high-five me when you get fired from your job. I got fired from my job. I was literally up there at the Hard Rock when I was supposed to be working, looking down where at my old job, going like I'm too fucked up. I didn't tell him that. I was like sick, but I was too fucked up to get to my own shift. Coke, hose, bitches, what do you call that stuff? Penthouse, doing all that. And I'm like, I'm about to lose my job. I got fired by falling asleep in the fucking lifeguard stand, dude. I'm supposed to watch someone else's life and I'm asleep. Words have power, not everyone hears, bro. That's why I do the morning marijuana motivation, just so people can hear it. Reach, preach, and teach to people. Like, your pleasure is not your happiness. And people are gonna be like, what? And happy over money. And they'll be like, what? And then they'll be like, what? Feelings aren't thoughts. You're usually mind blown. Your feelings trigger thoughts. And if you choose to think something else, then you would feel something else. Like the guy does in the meme, you know, like right there for us, our answers are right there in our hands, and yet we won't put the phone down and maybe pay attention to our kids a little bit longer. We won't put the phone down while we're eating. Like, we even skip the pleasure of dopamine and eating an actual meal, something that actually suffices us and brings us real happiness. Take the time. You busted your ass for time to earn the meal. Like, I'm sure you gave up about 2 hours to earn the meal, 3 hours of work. 3 hours of work is now gone in 30 minutes, and you probably weren't paying attention because you couldn't wait to get more dopamine. So we stack it. It's not enough to have the alcohol, we need the Coke. It's not enough to have the Coke, we need the hose. And even if I threw all of them up my nose, I still wasn't happy. You know how many people get that way? You know how many people come down off a Coke hangover, sober? That's my Coda over Coke. My buddy chose himself over Coke. Man, his name's Coda, and we used to just call him Coke because he was just always about it. And when you're about that external life, right, you'll find friends that'll give it to you. Friends, people that'll take your financial freedom, take your health and your wealth, and give you something that's going to deteriorate you. These aren't friends, they're drug dealers. They're opportunists. These are people that'll tear you down, and that's why I don't fuck with it. That's why I keep doing my Fifth Element Festival. No alcohol, no synthetics. I'm not interested in your whippets, in your ways of blocking life. I'm interested in people that aren't trying to numb their lives anymore. I'm interested in people that are really trying to talk to themselves, really trying to see how they talk to themselves, and really trying to examine where their thoughts go. This is so interesting. I mean, I put all the videos below. I'm learning it from other people too, but man, she had that 5-second rule. She's writing a whole book about it. But to tell yourself in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, I am now officially launched. I've taken physiological control over my body. I've made my mental become my action. I literally told myself what to do just now, you know? Told myself to smoke. That was pretty subtle, you know? They're so subtle, you know? Our habits, they can whisper to us, and next thing you know, we're comfortable right back in them. But this interesting part, that I'm not seeking pleasure anymore, that I'm not just throwing fake dopamine in my brain, jacking off like a little monkey thinking it's going to get me there. I want sustained happiness. I want it to last longer. That was my whole point. Tudo bem? Boy, he's speaking in Portuguese. Everything can be bought. Just have money. You can't buy happiness. It's not on the shelf. You got cookies, they'll pretend to be happy. You got food, that'll pretend to be happy. That's just substance. I'm talking about real happiness. The happiness is in the people around you. Believe it or not, it's right there with you, with the people that are with you right now. You know, I wish my brother was here with me right now. He watches, maybe doesn't watch my channel, but we're on here. At least we get to talk, but we don't talk. I'd love to have lunch with him. That's why I keep calling him. I say, yo, you got a meeting? Cool. I'll be your next meeting. I'll be your next lunch meeting, bro. I'll be the guy that's right there with you going like, hey, let's talk about it. Instead of not talking about it. What are the words and what are the emotions between the words that we're not saying? What is that gap there where I can't even say anything? It's much easier just to block. Instead of saying, hey, you hurt my feelings, or I felt a certain type of way, or I didn't like the way you handled it. No, we'll block people. We'll block the connection. We'll block the communication. It's easier to say, I don't like the way you handled that. Well, how would you have handled it? Let's help each other figure it out. No, we're just annoying each other. I've annoyed too many people. I've had too many people blocked out, shunned me. Used to be cool. Went from, hey, Mark, man, you always hustle, to block. They get close to me. They love the show, get close to me, and then they see the grit. They see the dirt, the addiction behind the saintly. Like, I have to hustle for this shit, man. I have to do some dirt, like I gotta get past my dirt and to get any sort of success, any sort of understanding. But my mental's out there. I wanted to learn outside of from I wanted to know knowledge of knowledge. That was the whole point of this show, was to have knowledge of knowledge, to be able to say that this stuff unlocks me. I'm no longer a prisoner. Here, tap in, unlock this thing that keeps sending you the same fucking photos. That didn't help me this morning. Flashes of photos fucked me up. Like, oh shit, that's what's happening? Yeah, oh shit, that's what's happening. I want you to be what's happening. I want you to be the one that says what's happening up here. Like, you don't want the fear? Switch off the track. You're getting a buzz off of that shit. Most people aren't calculating it, but we're buzzing. In our brains, we're going like, yo, when I get that drama on, I wake up, it gives me that anxiety hit, it gives me that adrenaline. It's making me feel a certain type of way. And that's all we do. We're feeling a certain type of way. And I wanted to feel a different way. I wanted to feel happy. And I've made it to some really cool places. I made it to the top of Machu Picchu, and I made it all the way to go find some blow. One was infinitely more satisfying. One I can remember, and one I cannot. And I know you know which one is which. It's that simple. But we won't do that. We won't do the things that initiate us. We won't activate ourselves. We won't change our patterns. We want what we want. It keeps us the way that we are, and that's how it's going to be. And I want it to be different. I want different results. Damn, I can't even get by people. So even if I'm with them or trying to help them or do all the things, it's like I've lost some on the way. I mourn them. I mourn the losses. Every loss is mourned by me. But I don't tribute them. There is no, what do you call that? What's in front of you? Shrine. I don't have a shrine. Or maybe I do have a shrine to it. I think we all have these shrines in our brain where we just put our offerings to it and expect the gods to sort it out. Hey, I got this issue, I got these cows, I got this daughter, this pregnancy, I got these issues. All that energy, come on, all that chaos. I got these issues. I need some help. Let me make a sacrifice. That's what we used to call it back in the days. Barriers are made to be broken. Yes, sir. Strengths for you. So break through those barriers. Give yourself a chance to see yourself, talk to yourself, identify the difference between a pleasure and happiness. And that's going to dictate a lot of us. So I'm off this thing. I was going to go for another hour, but I'm high as a kite and I'm feeling all right. And I want to get on with my day. So I want you to do the same. Go be blessed, not stressed. Your boy Marky saying Saints Addiction. On my heart from the start. And as always, Jigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, and subscribe, give this to the friend. Tag them below. Be like, yo, I know you think you're happy, but I want to see you really happy. And that's what friends are for. Peace. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao.